everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Bills going up against the Jets. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Taylor. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Okay, let's look at the starting lineups for the Buffalo Bills. And one guy to talk about carrying the ball, Glenn Gronkowski.
Carrying it and blocking. I think that's the principal reason he was drafted. Actually has good hands out of the backfield to catch it as well. But blocking's going to be his forte. Not quite like his brother, but definitely has skills that the Bills will utilize.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On the defensive side, the starters for the New York Jets, Charles.
Let's start with their rookie linebacker, Darren Lee. Played cornerback, if you can believe that, in high school for a while, and uses that same speed at the linebacker position. Hard to block because he's hard to find.
Play action. Now Taylor going deep for his tight end play. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now Taylor, and he's got his man. It's the tight end play. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here we go. 38.
Now it's Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Charles Clay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. Hill, the lone setback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The play clock's running down. Throwing here, Cutler toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
They'll run it with Hill. No gain on the play there, second down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Whenever we talk about Zach Brown, the first thing that comes to mind is speed. He can absolutely fly at the linebacker position.
On second down, here's Cutler. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. To throw, Cutler. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Cutler again. He's going to take another shot here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cutler. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big run there by McCoy. 42 yards on the ground. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
2nd down following the incompletion. From the gun, it's Taylor. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They go play action with Taylor. And that is incomplete. Now to throw on third down, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Here we go.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly. Well, this season's going nowhere. No reason not to go for it. And it's a rare success for them as they keep the drive alive.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This time Taylor will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
Here's Taylor. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And now it's 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there. But they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll go with McCoy. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there at 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Taylor. And that's caught. Watkins. Touchdown, Buffalo. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. Throwing now. Cutler on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check number 6. Record.
On 3rd down, Cutler. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Again, it's McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's brought down after a good game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
On second down, Cutler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
On second down, Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Let's go!
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there. Taylor to Watkins. 42 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Hill, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And the back goes into motion. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A couple of Jets there in on the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Taylor will throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Cutler finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Let's go! Ryan 38! Ryan 38!
On second down, here's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
A give to McCoy. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Second down following the run.
Single. Watch 88. Watch 88. Come on. Go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
3rd down and 4. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
Everyone go forward. 4 down. Here we go. 190. 190.
Now Taylor to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leading the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
He'll look to set up his blockers. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down.
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
This give is to McCoy. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So
now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line now. This is McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Play action. It's Cutler. And this one is incomplete.
The defensive coordinator came into this game with a plan to get to the quarterback with whatever type of pressure is necessary. It's working to perfection for him today.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Brown coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Come on, let's go. Try 38. Try 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here we go.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38. I got you.
4th down. Here's Taylor. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Here we go. Flat round. Flat round.
Here's a give to McCoy running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win 1 every now and then.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 190. 190.
They'll run it with McCoy. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.